Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain for You. Today's topic is going to be 3 fundamental beliefs of TMS recovery. So we'll get to that in a minute. Take a breath or two. Let your body relax as you do this. Fill your lungs. Breathe in something positive. Exhale the negative. So, 3 fundamental beliefs of TMS recovery. First and foremost is believe that TMS is a real thing, that the brain is capable of creating symptoms. Second belief is that this TMS stuff, this mind-body reason for pain, is exactly the cause, not a cause, the cause of your symptoms and pains. And the third belief is the belief that you can actually do something about it and affect a change in your symptoms and pain. Right? So those are the 3 beliefs. Belief in TMS, that it's a real thing. And I think for anybody who's really been following my stuff, I think a lot of people, that one's the easy one. Because it's like, okay, I read these stories, I see people are getting better. Okay, it must be a real thing. The second belief, does this apply to me? That's a little bit more of a leap of faith, because many of us will have all sorts of history in the medical world which causes us to doubt whether or not this TMS is a real thing for me. And we evaluate our symptoms. How did they behave? I did this, I was moving and I hurt, so that must be physical, and we kind of talk ourselves out of believing that TMS is what's going on for us. And that causes doubt, that causes uncertainty, a lack of clarity as to exactly what's going on. And so that can be challenging, because if you are uncertain as to what's causing the pain, it's going to be really tough to convince your brain to let it go. And that's really important. So, foundational. Know what TMS is and believe that it's a thing. But really importantly is believing that your symptoms and pains are caused by the brain, not a structural problem. For some, that's a big leap. For others, they can get there pretty quickly. And then the last one, which can also trip us up, is, okay, I know TMS is a real thing. I can see that this is exactly what's causing my symptoms. But I don't believe I can do anything about it. I don't believe I can fix it. I've always been too anxious. I've got too many stressors. I've been trying for X number of months or years and it hasn't worked yet. I must not be doing something right. Maybe I don't have the right help. Maybe I need to read more books, but I don't see myself figuring this out because I haven't figured it out yet. And so this is the type of area that you're going to want to pay attention to, that negative self-talk, and catch it. And you don't have to believe those negative thoughts that say, I'm never going to figure this out. I'm going to be one of the people that doesn't heal. You don't have to listen to that negative Nelly in your head. You can literally just let that thought pass and then jump right back to reassuring yourself and soothing yourself and doing the right things that I talk about all the time in these videos. Here's the point. The brain believes what we think and say most often. So are you saying most often, I'm not going to be able to do this, this isn't going to work for me? Or are you saying most often, I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to make this commitment. And I'm going to find my way. I'm going to keep moving forward in the journey, even though there's going to be twists and turns and bumps and bruises, and this is not going to always go as smoothly as we would all like. But make a commitment that you're going to figure it out and that you will get better. And those are the 3 fundamental beliefs. That TMS is a real thing. I think most of us are there. a vast majority of us are at the stage where we go, yeah, this makes sense. This is what's going on for me, because we read the books and we see ourselves on the pages of Sarno's books, or you've done the assessments, the pain tests that I have, and you've connected the dots to when your pain started and how much chaos there was going on in your life at the time. So that one's a little bit tougher than the first belief, but still some people struggle with. And then the last belief is that I can actually do something with this knowledge, with these TMS mind-body approaches, and that I can actually work my way out of this pain. And so, here's what I'll tell you. If you want some help, there's never been more help available for people with TMS than there is now. When I went through it, there was a handful of Sarno books, Dr. Sofer book. I didn't even have Steve Ozanich's book then. Nicole's book wasn't out. There was not very many resources when I was going through it. There was no podcasts. There was no YouTube. There was no Facebook. There was no Instagram. So there's never been more resources available than there is now for TMS and getting better. So if you would like more help, I don't want to make this whole thing a sales pitch, but if you would like more help and you'd like a frequent reminder from me, of course, watch my daily videos. They're for free on YouTube and Facebook under the brand Pain Free You. You can search for the Pain Free You channel on YouTube or search for the private group on Facebook. But if you'd even like to step it up to the next level, I do have a group coaching program that is bundled with an online video course. So instead of trying to go through my archive of all the past videos and figuring out, okay, now exactly what do I do from all of these hundreds of videos, the course that I've put together really summarizes the core fundamentals of how the system called the human body, brain, nervous system, pain, how all of that works, and then also then the roadmap to recovery, which is what to do to get out of pain. So the course is available instantly if you join this group coaching membership. And then weekly on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we get together on Zoom, and there might be 15, 20, 25 people gathered together. Questions are submitted in advance through the membership site, and I go through them. And I say, okay, Susan, for example, unmute yourself, and I will do live coaching on the spot with the people who have submitted questions. And inevitably, once all those submitted questions are answered, I open it up for anybody else who has questions that either they didn't submit in advance or that came up during the group coaching. And one of the things, there's two points here that make this a good idea. Number one is people are really realizing that they're not alone. There was some conversation in yesterday's calls where people said, you know what? I have a spouse and a family, but I've never felt more alone in my life. They don't get it. They don't know how to help me. They don't want to hear about my pain. I've never felt more alone. So the group gives you the opportunity to kind of get to know and hang out with some people who get it, who understand it. And you can see that you're truly not alone. There's other people that are struggling just like you. And in some cases, are struggling more than you. And it kind of gives you a little bit of perspective. So there's that community aspect. You can get to know the people. There's a private Facebook group just for members. But you also, the other benefit is you get to hear other people's questions, which you may not have thought to ask. And you can benefit by hearing the discussion surrounding those other questions that you didn't think to ask. And so the group aspect, the community aspect, the learning from others, feeling like you're not alone on this, combine that with a concise course with my top recommendations, certainly will move you forward on this journey faster than trying to figure it out on yourself and going it alone and feeling isolated and misunderstood and nobody gets it. And so, it's $100 a month, which may sound like a lot, but if you do one coaching session with me, it's $150 for one call, an hour and a half. Here, for $100, you get 4 weekly calls. Actually, I'm doing 8 to 10 calls a month, depending upon the month. Like in June, there was 5 weeks worth of sessions. So for $100, these folks got 5 weekly group calls plus an online course for $100. And some of them didn't stay, and that's okay. Financial reasons, or they got what they needed, and now they're going to move forward on their journey. And other people are sticking around. So I think it's one of the best values in the TMS help space. And it gives you the opportunity to do it in a group format so you don't have to go it alone. So if you're looking for that, go to painfreeyou.com, and at the menu, look for course and coaching, and there you will find all the information. There will be a video of me explaining it, but scroll down below it, and you'll see the text which outlines and explains in bullet points the various things that you get with this program, and then there's a join button. If you're really struggling and you're not too sure how to move forward in this journey, take a shot. You don't have to stay for months or months and months on end. You might be able to get everything you need in the first month, and then you can unsubscribe from the membership. So I'm going to encourage you to do that. I think it's really useful. And the 3 beliefs that are fundamental will absolutely be covered. We're going to tell you more about TMS, how the brain works, how the body works, how the nervous system works, the effects of stress, the purpose of pain, all that stuff. You're going to understand TMS at a different level than you may have gotten out of reading some books. Then we're going to help you connect the dots. There are a couple of different ways of doing assessments to make sure that this is what is going on with you. And then we're going to map out the roadmap to recovery, which will tell you exactly the key fundamentals that you really want to focus on in order to get better. And, it was really encouraging that, in yesterday's calls, I had a number of people that were saying they're already making some progress. Some physically, many definitely on the emotional side, and sometimes we need to start gaining some confidence and momentum before the physical changes start to happen regarding the pain or the symptoms. So I'm loving it. A bunch of great folks in there. If you'd like some additional help and you can come up with the $100, I think it's well worth it. And come join us. It's at painforyou.com/join, or just look for the menu at painforyou.com that says course and coaching. And hope to see you inside. But remember, the 3 beliefs that are fundamental is the belief that TMS is a real thing. Second belief is that TMS and this mind-body thing is exactly what is causing your pain and symptoms. And then lastly, the belief that you can actually do something about it. And this group coaching program will absolutely, for sure, help you with all 3 of these beliefs, but particularly the last one, because you can start to gain confidence, and the members help each other out, and we learn from each other. And so I invite you to join, but even if you don't, focus on these 3 beliefs because they are fundamental. Without these 3 fundamental beliefs, doesn't matter how much you journal, how much emotions you do, how much soothing you do, how much of any of the TMS approaches you do, if you don't have these core fundamental 3 beliefs, you're going to really have a tough time teaching the brain to turn the symptoms off. So, at minimum, focus on making those 3 beliefs rock solid. And if you need to borrow my confidence, please do. And if you'd like some more help, join the group. painforyou.com/join for all the details. And hopefully we'll see you inside. So, love you guys and gals. It's late on a Thursday night, so you're seeing this on Friday. I appreciate you. You're awesome. Thank you for all the love and support. And you guys are what keeps me going. So I appreciate you. Love you. We'll talk to you tomorrow.